February is Black History Month, a time to celebrate the many contributions Black Canadians have had on our history and culture. So joining me now to reflect on that and share some of the many ways you can mark Black History Month this year is Nadia Thompson, Chairperson and Program Director for Black History Month Manitoba. Nadia, great to speak with you.
Thank you for having us.
Let's start with this year's theme. What is the focus this year and why was it chosen?
Well, our focus this year is actually we're celebrating 45 years here in Manitoba. So back in '81 is when that small group of folks decided to take on this humongous task of celebrating Black History Month here in Winnipeg. And it's been growing, and this is where we're at after 45 years. We're bigger and better, and we're just so appreciative to the whole city and province for taking us on and supporting us so much throughout the years. We're also celebrating a century and internationally of the recognition of Black History Month.
Can you give us an idea of how our awareness here in Manitoba has changed over the 45 years we've been marking Black History Month in this province?
I think the awareness has grown so much that we have so many different supporters and allies, and it's just such a bigger event. There's so many different organizations, schools, and businesses that are recognizing Black history now that didn't before. So whatever we're doing, I think we're doing it well, and I think we can just grow and be more and more effective in the city to combat the discrimination, racism, and the lack of Black history within our curriculum and throughout our city.
You know, many Manitobans may not even realize just how historically rooted Black culture is in our province. Can you share a bit of that history with us?
Well, we always talk about the fact that there's a lot of the similarities within all different cultural backgrounds and histories that we have to kind of sometimes recognize the similarities more than the differences. So when we're talking about fur trade, we're talking about Underground Railroad, we're talking about slavery, we're talking about the Winnipeg strike, we're talking about the porters and all these other things that it's just we fail to educate our young people within the school system. So we've taken it upon ourselves to help educate those on the wider audience so that they realize that Black history is a part of Canadian history.
You know, Manitoba hosts many Black cultures, and just a few years ago, I think I read that the Prairies was actually seen as the fastest growing Black population in Canada. Can you share some of the communities that are represented here in our province?
We have so many, like the amount of because they're coming up here for the amount of people coming up here student-wise, just families coming to start a new life here in Canada. Manitoba, it just seems to be so engaging and so economically sound that that's is a great highlight for people to come here. The universities and colleges and trade schools that we have, just the opportunity that we give, and just the people of Manitoba are so welcoming and so warm. They are just embracing those different cultures so wholeheartedly that it just makes Manitoba a wonderful place to live.
And it makes,
so we have people from everywhere.
Yeah, and it makes our Black History Month activities and events really top notch, right? I know you're heading them all up. For those watching right now who want to get involved in Black History Month, what's the best way? How can they mark this month?
I think you can go onto our website, bhmwinnipeg.com, and check out the different events. We have events that are being put on by Black History Manitoba, but also various different organizations all throughout. And we're talking about education, and we're talking about markets, we're talking about fashion, we're talking about book fairs and legal seminars. We have everything. So there's so many things going on. I encourage people to go on the website, go on IG or on Facebook and find out what's going on, and bring your family and friends and encourage people to support.
The fashion, the music, my favorite, the food. We need a whole month to take it all in. Nadia, thanks so much for your time tonight. Great speaking with you.
Thank you so much, too. Have a great day.